Hi guys, so now we're here in a brand new chapter. But how are you feeling so far? How are you getting on? How do you feel about Blueprint in general? Hopefully now you've become more familiarized with it and you're starting to get the hang of some of the different variables and some of the different nodes. And as we progress during this course, obviously we're adding more detail to our knowledge. At first it might have looked a bit complicated, but hopefully now you've adapted to it and you're starting to understand the logic of how things work. And as we continue to progress, everything's going to become a lot easier. Okay. So we're glad to have you on this journey with us. So step by step, we're going to continue to learn different processes and we're going to see some things repeat, and hopefully those areas that do repeat will become quicker for us to do. Now, when we create new blueprints, we are going to start also using, different variables that we used before, adding some new ones, but we'll keep using all of these things that we've learned. And as we say, just continue to enhance progressively our knowledge base, okay, which is really important so that we can become fluid in our approach and our knowledge of blueprints. Okay, so let's look at this chapter. What's it all about? Well, this chapter will be all about the first person character. Up until now, I've used a scene from the first person template because when we press play, we've been able to go in first person mode, haven't we? So as we're focusing on just the basic concepts, we need to use a character, don't we, in our environment? We need to use a character so that we could start to test some of the blueprints that we've been doing. So it's been quite handy actually to be able to use this first person character. But you might be wondering, how do I create a first person character? Well, of course, we need an environment to work in to perform our test like we have been doing here. But it's really useful to have a character of our own to be able to move about. So let's jump into the first person character, that the blueprint of which we can see here. So this is how the Unreal Engine one comes in. And obviously it's been created with lots of generic features. There's even some VR features, some projectiles, and like shooting sounds as well. There's quite a lot here and they're all labeled nicely. In the viewport, we can see there's an arm holding a gun. So it's a blueprint that isn't quite made for architectural visuals, is it really? Not the interactive Archviz experiences we want to be creating. So we need to create something different, don't we? Something that we can see here on our screen, something that doesn't utilize a gun, but allows us to walk about nicely, to navigate throughout the scene. In a speed as well that allows the user to take in the surroundings just as you would if you were physically walking around the scene. So obviously we can delete this gun and we can disconnect the nodes that use that because we won't need that anymore. So what we're going to do is create a new character from scratch, an empty one. And we'll create our character from scratch so we can understand the concepts and how we can put them into practice. It's going to be a lot simpler than this one here that Unreal gives us. And it will be just right for Archviz, okay? For instance, we'll have things like camera shake, which creates a very natural camera swing, almost like the person's breathing, okay? And we'll start using different blueprint techniques within the character itself. Now, some of you are students of the DViz photorealism course, and you'll be familiar with the camera shake sequence concepts that were shown there. But we'll also use something similar that we can use within our character as well. So we'll have our camera shake. We're also going to create the capsule, the camera, which is different for Archviz. So we'll show you how that's all done. We'll create the movement of the camera, the shake, the zoom, which is fantastic for Archviz. So you have the ability to focus on certain items in your view and almost like zoom in like a camera, okay? We can control that also with the right click of the mouse that just zooms in and focuses on whatever you're looking at. So, as we say, making it specific to Archviz. Really cool features that we can use and make just as we need it for our projects. I think you'll really like the effects that we show you, particularly the focus one. It's almost like having a real DSLR camera in your hands and just going into the focus mode to get those nice depth of field looks as well. We'll also show you how to create the interaction effects, so you can learn how to create the blueprints that are needed to interact with different elements within the scene, whether that be customizing the furniture by its fabric or the items by the finishes, the colors, like the work surfaces or different things like that. So that'll be a nice thing to show you, as well as other types of interaction with different meshes in the scene. We'll be able to create all of this within our new character. So how do we do that? Well, we won't do it all together at once. We'll just follow the logic of doing things gradually. So as we add one item or one feature in the character, we'll add another layer of complexity and continue to progress so it all makes sense, okay? We're going to split this into 3 parts. So we'll create all these different elements in this chapter. And hopefully by the end of the chapter, you'll be even more confident in creating your character from scratch too. But please follow along and we'll do this together. So the approach we're going to take is I'll explain what we are going to create. Then we'll do it in practice. The first class will be all about creating the movements and how you can navigate with your character. Then we'll look at the effects of interaction, the connections between blueprints, which will be done in the following chapters. And also there's going to be an introductory class for us to explain why we create a first person character. So in the next class, we can start beginning our creation of our character. So please join us there and we'll get started.